latest episode of not the Beards and Balls podcast.
I was about
The
to say that.
I almost said the same thing. This is the how many episodes are we in, Daryl?
I could not tell you.
This is the probably maybe 10th episode of Drop to Hold. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, hey, I'm right.
I think we're on like 13 or 14 now.
Well, with
Or
the way that
11.
we've been
This is
releasing them
11. This is
lately, I'm
11.
so okay. This is 11.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 11th edition of the Drop to Hold podcast. I
Remember
am
to
your
like,
main
comment, and
host today.
subscribe. We remember to say that at the beginning of the
Oh,
episode
yes.
this time.
Yes.
Well, we're
I
gonna
wrote a
say
little
that. I
note.
was just gonna say hi. I was just gonna
I
name
wrote a
you
little
guys
note.
first. Well, I'm glad you did. At least somebody's doing something here. I'm your main host today, Anthony. I can't see the screen, so I don't know who's to what side. But Kaufman's here. Kaufman, say hi.
Yeah,
Hello.
Kaufman's the champion of the podcast again this week. So
Okay.
Wearing the pro wrestling
What makes you champion?
top
He's
right
in double
quadrant.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Kaufman's champion up there. Cheeseman, you are which direction should I be pointing?
I'm
at?
the
He
loser.
down. He's negative. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I don't know what
And
that
one
was
day,
for my
Darrell will
end.
turn the camera on for us.
Well, Daryl will
It is
turn the camera on.
okay.
It's next week. I promise it'll be on.
It's gonna be a 7 foot tall washboard ab AI guy.
It's gonna be
We
should,
5'9" fat
Could
ass.
be-
That's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be Obafemi AI. Is what it's gonna be.
Oh, it's a shame we're not watching
three
that
of us
anymore.
should,
Anyways,
the three of us should randomly have our cameras stop working next week.
It just have me be
So
the
it's
only one.
just
I'm turning my. If
And
y'all
then
don't
just
have yours
Daryl-
on, I'm turning my shit off. I don't care.
no.
Get out,
Here's what's gonna happen.
Get out. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, he's watching
Shut
the Reds.
Hey,
Somebody watching
hey.
baseball.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
he's watching the Reds.
You
What's
keep that cracker behavior at home.
Aquino up
Ah,
to right
shit, he
now?
is home.
What'd you say, Chris?
I was asking Cheeseman, what's Aristides Aquino up to these days? Is he
You
still
know,
on the team?
Damn, that was a fun month of his life, though. Just hitting home run after home run after home run.
Who's on the Reds? Is Todd Frazier still there?
Oh my God, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm about to say, brother, you are stuck in like you're Jesus, man.
I'm over here
Jay Bruce,
dissociating.
is he still there?
We got Gino back.
Oh yeah, you ain't know.
Yeah. Everyone loves Eugenio Suarez.
Anthony, what's going on with your Astros these days?
I don't care enough.
That's the appropriate response.
Chris is
All right, that's enough
so
baseball talk. I was just
mad.
trying
Like
to be
I
realistic.
genuinely don't care enough.
You introduced us
Oh,
as
shit.
Beards and Balls, and I just immediately just went to Sports Brain.
Well, I can tell. We have not talked about wrestling 1 second so far. I don't know who had the first match. Was it the minis match? Okay, so before we get into that though, we are doing AAA When Worlds Collide. It was live November 6, 1994 at the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena in Los Angeles, California. Who would have thought, right? So this was a co-production with the International Wrestling Council, which is just AAA in America. And it was with them working with WCW. WCW provided the production staff. Eric Bischoff helped essentially secure them, pay-per-view rights with viewers and with providers and all that crap. We have Mike Tenay and who was the other guy, Daryl?
What's his
Chris
name?
Cruz.
Chris Cruz.
Chris Cruz. There you go. And it's the first non-American based wrestling promotion ever shown live in American pay-per-view. So, Daryl, is there any facts that you would like to throw in?
About
About
this
this
first match.
No,
not right now.
about the show, the event itself.
Oh, the only thing, there were about 13,000 people in attendance for the show. And the buy rate was 0.24. I still don't know what the buy rate means, but yeah.
Kaufman, what does the buy rate mean?
What does the buy rate mean?
Yeah,
Doesn't
come
that
on.
mean
You need to know
people
these
that bought
things.
it?
No.
Roughly though,
Um,
doesn't it equate to like
Patrick, you're next. What's a buy rate?
I'm gonna go 227,000.
No, not what is the buy rate. What is a buy rate?
Oh, that's how many people
Define it.
buy. That's how many people buy the pay-per-view to watch it live.
That's what I said.
Live specifically. Okay, but yeah, but you said it was the amount of whatever. Anyways, it's different. Patrick said something different.
He did.
Okay,
He gets
first
full
match
credit.
of the night. What is it? Go ahead, Darrell. Let's just dive into it.
Masquerita Sagrada and Octagoncito versus I keep messing this name up. It's Expect Trito and Jarrito Estrada.
Can I just say,
what's up?
Uh-oh.
I just watching this and then take it seriously was actually very refreshing.
Yes.
Instead of it just because after watching all these kinds of matches and it's always a fucking joke, except for WeLC, which is actually really, really fun. But
So, just so people know what when you say these type of matches are, this is a little person match.
yeah.
Just
And it's
Yeah.
always just a
although
big
one guy's
joke to
cheating,
them.
one guy's cheating.
Yes,
Does that
Jarrito Estrada is fucking. He's fucking 5 feet tall. He's legit at the point where you are
He's
no
their
longer
great
considered
Khali.
a minis wrestler.
And to Cheeseman's
Yeah, he's
point,
their
they
great
are
Khali.
to Cheeseman's point, they are taking this seriously. Like
And
they're
that's what made it
like
fun.
Mike Tenay is laying out the lore of like
Mhm.
this division and like these tight like we're looking at the 4 greatest minis of all time is what he basically was saying.
Yeah.
And he mentions that like who was it? It was Estrada that was 5 feet, right? He mentioned that the reason he qualifies for the mini division was because a long time ago when they were establishing the rules for the mini division, they looked at the shortest regular competitor who was 5'1", and I forget the name. They say it in the broadcast, but I forget what his name was. And they said anybody shorter than him qualifies as a mini, so that's set 5 foot and below.
Holy shits.
Holy
You know,
shit.
it's funny because I didn't register any of that, and I'm glad you did.
It's
That's
just
my
so
favorite
much
thing
fun.
about Tenay is when he just nerds out on like the
Oh, he does
history.
that a lot.
I believe it
That's
was
why I love
Tenay. It
Mike
may have been
Tenay.
Cruz.
He is such a great wrestling historian and stuff. It's always just fun talk, and he always
When we have sponsors, root beer sponsors. Come on, people.
he always
Jesus.
he never goes. He never went in TNA. He never went over the top with his calls. Like he never goes like super crazy like Joey Styles or Excalibur or any of them do. It always felt measured, but reasonable. Like you saw something crazy and stuff, and he would exclaim, but he wouldn't go like over the top like he's about to have a heart attack from what he just saw.
No,
So Mike
instead
Tenay
he would
really
just
is
make
on
Tenay
my
face.
Rushmore of commentary.
Like Tenay face, I feel like that took the spot of all of the ridiculous stuff that he could have said.
Can't even
Yeah.
do it.
Sagrada, speaking of which, I think recently wrestled at Worlds Collide and one of the AAA WWE pay-per-views recently. Because that was when Omos fucking threw him out of the ring, eliminated him to win the match.
Oh yeah.
In that Battle Royal, yeah.
Microman.
Yeah, so that's where I remembered him from. I had never seen these other 3 wrestle before. And I was in for a treat for sure. So let's go ahead and start with the match. Expect Trito's entrance got me hyped up for the match because they did this grand presentation and they had the whole like walkout and the crowd was into what they were doing. These guys had heat.
There was a lot of
were getting
licensed
pops
music getting
yeah.
used on this show. Boy, oh boy.
But the crowd, man, the crowd was amazing for this for the entrances too. They were really hyped up for this match. And before the match even started, I had already knew that Octagoncito was gonna be my favorite out of all of the minis, and I was not wrong during this match. But Expect Trito starts the match off against Sagrada. They have 2 refs in the ring, which I don't know.
Like the whole night.
Yeah, but until like the last 2 matches, which confused me because I feel like they would have used the 2 refs to the would have been most effective in those matches. But anyway, They Expect Trito and Sagrada were working the fuck out of the opener of this match. They hit double arm drag counter spots to start the match. And then Octagoncito and Estrada get in the ring. Estrada gets Octagoncito lifted up, but Octagoncito counters with an arm drag. They do a lot of arm drags in this match. Like a
And
lot
they
of
look
arm
like they're
drags.
floating in midair.
Yeah,
Like
like
in
Don't
they're
forget, they
every
spinning
use their
across the
left
ring.
hands. So it's a Mexican one.
Mhm.
That's how you
But
know it's a Mexican arm drag.
Estrada
According to
sends
Mike Tenay.
Tenay.
Yeah.
Estrada sends Octagoncito to the apron. Sagrada gets in the ring and catches Estrada with the head scissors. Then he hits him with the springboard arm drag. Then he like lays him out of the ring as like Estrada like runs. He like rebounds off the ropes and tries to hit Octagon's. He tries to hit Sagrada with the drop kick, but Sagrada just kind of like moves out of the way and sends him to the outside. And he kind of just like dives back first onto the outside, which was gnarly. I noticed Expect Trito was working as the power wrestler here in this match. Then I don't know if it was Cruz or Tenay calls Estrada the big man, which just got a good chuckle out of me, which he is in this match. But
I mean, yeah.
yeah. Then Expect Trito and Estrada hit Sagrada with like a tag team mother effing bomb X handle combo, which I thought was cool as fuck. Expect Trito has a good big boot here. He hits it a couple of times during this match. I really like his big boot.
He plants them.
And I then called them E&E because I'm tired of spelling their names out. But Expect Trito and Estrada, then they're getting good heel heat. The crowd is getting really into this match. They really want to see Sagrada and Octagoncito get over here. Then the first botch of the night, Expect Trito goes up to the top rope.
Oh.
And then I noticed something. And Anthony and Chris, maybe you know too. This is something that pisses me off with wrestlers. Why aren't you wearing boots? And it's for this specific reason. And I know this wasn't part of the match. Expect Trito, he goes up to the top rope and then he just slips and crotches himself. And you know it wasn't part of the match because everybody was like, what in the fuck are we gonna do here? And he's not wearing fucking boots. I hate when wrestlers don't wear boots. I hate it. Anyway, then Octagon
at least wear
hits,
tape.
Yeah,
At
I think
least
he
wear
did have
tape.
tape on.
Oh
He
Lord,
still had no grip on
don't
those
sweat.
ropes. Yeah, don't have sweaty feet.
Fucking fill your pores up if you need to.
But Octagon, I start calling him Octagon. Octagoncito hits Estrada with the springboard splash in the corner. Then he hits him with an arm drag and a head scissors. Estrada then goes for another drop kick at the ropes and lands out of the ring again. So he must have loved taking that spot. I don't know. Then Expect Trito and Sagrada get back in the ring. Sagrada hip tosses Expect Trito halfway across the ring. That was the one where I'm like, what the fuck?
That's the other thing. Because of the size that they are, the way that they get thrown around the ring by each other is insane. Like you said earlier, where it looked like they were floating, but like the distance they were getting when they would toss each other was crazy. And you just don't get that from normies, do you?
Nope.
You just don't. This is why I like watching, like when Big Show. I know. I'm just using him as an example of a large person. But it's like when you watch Big Show work with someone like Ray. It's like, yeah, Ray's obviously not, a mini, but compared to Big Show, he is. And it looks crazy when he's throwing him around.
You get that spot from the World War III episode we did where he's got him up with just the one hand.
One hand.
Exactly.
Bombs him out of the ring.
Exactly.
Or like when Show when he was on the stretcher when they were on SmackDown and he just
takes the God, yes.
It into the fucking
dude. Show said in the CVV interview he did recently that that's like his least favorite thing to rewatch because he thought he killed Rey Mysterio.
Because he threw him and then like Rey lands on his fucking face. Like he just
It didn't have none of that. None of that looked nice. It's almost as bad as the time that Ray got lawn darted by Kevin Nash.
Oh, into the fucking trailer.
Shit. And all right.
Something else this show that happens a lot is Mike Tenay and Chris Cruz call every Hurricane Rana a Frankensteiner, and I'm like,
yes, they do.
All right.
Until somebody at one point does point out and say, "Oh, look, there's an actual Frankensteiner." I
But
don't know who it is.
it might have been. It had to be Tanay. That sounds like something he do. But
Yeah, very passive.
Octagon then like blows Expectrito out. Like he just lays him out. Like he just runs him over. Um, then
Yeah, because he was five
Sagrada
feet
gets back
tall.
in the ring. And hits Expectrito with the head scissors. Um, then he hits him with the springboard splash. Then Octagon hits Estrada on the outside with the suicide dive. That one was pretty nasty. Got good velocity on that one. Then Estrada hits Sagrada with a nasty body slam on the outside. Um, but then Sagrada is able to recover later. He hits Expectrito with the springboard moonsault for the win out of the corner. Um, I gave this match a 7 out of 10. This is my second favorite match on this card.
Okay.
Yeah, for me.
Okay. Okay.
It was a little rough with Expectrito in the middle there with the no boots, and to me he was clearly the weakest wrestler in these group of 4 people. But what Estrada, Octagoncito, and Sagrada did, specifically what Sagrada and Octagoncito did during this match, was amazing. I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for me.
I give that for me it got 3.5 estrellitas out of 5. So, if you don't know what that is, an estrella is a star. And if you add that little thing at the end, it's a little star. 3.5 little stars. Good shit. I love a little person's match.
Yeah, this was sick.
My
There's a
culture enjoys
point
it much
in
more.
there where there's a point in the match where Tanay mentions that the last time Masquerita Sagrada was in this building, he jumped off a cage onto Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's the clip that you put
And
in the chat.
that sent me
Yep.
down a rabbit hole to find. All I did was Google Masquerita Sagrada, Jake Roberts, steel
And it was
cage,
just
and you
there.
will watch one of the best snooker bumps of all time, like diving off the
God.
top. I couldn't. He
It's a
just said
perfect
Jake
size,
Roberts,
too.
and I was like, was there somebody else named Jake Roberts in AAA at this time, like ripping off his skin? No, it's the actual dude. It's the Snake.
I wish that. Well, I kind of wish that there was that we'd have 2 Jake Roberts.
But the match here got 4 stars for me. Like Darrell, I think this ended up being my second favorite, or at least the second highest rated. It was a ton of fun, and like it felt oddly like the most. It felt like the match with the most gravitas on the card for some reason, like just the way they set it up.
Well, as I was telling Daryl beforehand, it's because it is a very U-coded match.
That's true too.
It is 1,000% a U match. Like, I know these things. Like,
There's a lot of good
like,
moves in there, and I like good moves.
yes, you love great moves. That's exactly what it is. We'll move on to the next one. Oh wait, no, to the next rating. But like, yeah.
I gave it a B plus. It was a great way to start the show. Again, I love that they took it seriously.
Yep.
I mean, it's as long as you're respectful of it, it'll probably come across well, and it did, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely didn't get a lot of that during the Vince McMahon any era, any of it. Like any time in American wrestling, they would bring up little wrestlers. It was always for a joke.
Yep.
The Rock was going to have a miniature person come and do a spinaroonie. Anyways, next match, guys. Remember, I'm working off my phone, so I don't know the order.
You have Esparza Guerrera, Madonna's boyfriend in Psychosis versus Heavy Metal Latin Lover and Rey Mysterio, which is your match.
Yes. So first off, they came out to Depeche Mode, which is hilarious because that is as licensed music gets.
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio was 19.
Yep.
On this show.
Chris Cruz makes a point during the show.
14 when he started in the show.
And I think it was in the main event where he's like, "Oh, we'll be watching Rey Mysterio for the next 20 to 30 years." And little did he know, he was off by 2 and counting.
He's off.
So,
yeah, no, this was a really fun match. There was a little botchy, a little awkward at times, but I overall enjoyed it. So it starts off with so very clearly. Always remember this: the side that Rey Mysterio is always going to be the good guys. All right, always.
unless
They're not
he
weirdos.
doesn't have his mask and he's humping the ropes like a dog. Then he's not the good guys.
I
Oh,
guess if he's associated
Anthony,
with
wait, before you continue,
yes.
one point.
Uh-huh.
Madonna's boyfriend, his name is Louis Spicoli. I went and
Oh
did some
yes.
research on him, and apparently he is credited, or I guess many people credit him as the person who innovated the Death Valley Driver.
Yeah.
But some people dispute it by claiming that it was Japanese women's wrestler Etsuko Mita. So I think they started wrestling at the same time or started using the move around the same time. So there's a lot of dispute about who was the first one to do it. But yes, he's one of the first people who have ever used, if not the first person who ever used the Death Valley Driver.
I'm gonna
Doesn't he
make
have
a
some
count.
sort of
This
tie
point.
to Tommy Dreamer though?
Oh,
Probably, I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm pretty sure he was involved with ECW at some point.
Doesn't he
Probably.
call his the
Probably.
Spicoli driver?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah,
he
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Ugh, I hate Tommy Dreamer. If Tommy Dreamer ever hears this, I hate you. Yeah. Um, I totally blanked on that. What I was gonna say is, Daryl, if anybody, if you're listening out there, and it bothers you that, oh well, this person did this first or that person did that first as a wrestler, did this wrestling move first, kill yourself.
Oh jeez.
I'm gonna have to edit
Like,
that
what are you
part.
doing?
Though.
Like, it
Actually,
makes me.
it's what 22
No,
minutes
it's
into
not.
the
Banish
recording. We're
yourself to
fine.
the
It's
It's
shadow
fine.
realm.
2026. We're way into this, and also like, it's not that serious. Like, who cares? Just if they both started doing it around the same time, say like Darrell said, one of the first people to do it. Not that hard. Does it just get over it? These are dumb things to fucking get angry about. Anyways, Rey Mysterio and his team are the good guys, and the other guys are the bad guys. And Heavy Metal looks like if you just took Raven and made him Mexican, because
He
he's out
does.
there wearing the exact like grunge outfit. Um, and so it opens with Heavy Metal and Fuerza Guerrera. Um, some chops, some arm drags, a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Then Ray comes in, and it's Ray and Psychosis. Ray and Psychosis get tagged in. There's a lot of speeding around because obviously they are. I would say maybe the two quickest people on here in this match. Ray for sure, but like um, it could also be Latin Lover. I've never heard of some of these guys. I think they made the point that four of these guys. No, no, no. I'm thinking of the PWG show. I'm looking at my wrong notes. Oh, there you go. Okay. Um. So yeah, Ray and Psychosis. They do their thing around the ring. Ray hits some head scissors. Then he goes for a monkey flip. Psychosis reverses it and throws Ray into the corner. Ray head scissors him out of the ring. Um. And Madonna's boyfriend. I had to like. I'm not going to say Madonna's boyfriend every time. MB overpowers Ray and puts him on the top rope. Ray dives and gets caught and press slammed. Um, he carries Ray across the ring, or no, yeah, he carries Ray across the ring, puts him on the opposite top rope, and then Ray somehow like drop kicks him, and then Madonna's boyfriend no sells it because whatever. Um, so then Ray tags in Latin Lover, and Latin Lover, who was a former bodybuilder, and like
And male stripper. Don't forget
and
that.
And male stripper.
male stripper, yes. Which in it's Tanae who brings that up, right?
Yep.
One
Oh
of them
yeah, he
brings up
made sure to fit
that
that one in.
yeah, like one of them, yeah. So Madonna's boyfriend and Latin Lover do that thing where they're both strong, so they bounce off of each other. And then Latin Lover drops Madonna's boyfriend. I guess I am saying Madonna's boyfriend, but Madonna's boyfriend hits a clothesline and starts to dance. Um,
Oh, and
yeah,
Chris Cruz has the line quote, "You've heard that white men can't jump, maybe they can't dance either," and that one got a good little chuckle out of me.
I didn't even hear him say that.
Yep.
So then, so then Heavy Metal gets into the ring. Okay, so they're also very loose with the tags. I should point that out.
Oh, and yeah,
Di-
Tanae keeps reminding you about the rules and how
oh my god.
there's not a strict tag in rule. You can come in whenever you want. It's like reminder folks, this is not the traditional American rules in wrestling. They say
There's
that
a lot
over
of that.
and over.
Yeah, and this match specifically has a lot of just guys coming into the ring, so it becomes very messy multiple times. But yeah, Heavy Metal gets in the ring, squares up with Psychosis. He hits Psychosis with a clothesline, or no, Psychosis hits him with a clothesline, and he goes down. But then he rebounds and hits Psychosis with his own clothesline. Heavy Metal puts Psychosis in the corner and goes to Irish whip him into the opposite corner, but it's reversed, and Psychosis sends Heavy Metal into the corner. And then he springboards onto the top rope and moonsaults over. Wait, timeout. Heavy Metal actually is the one who springboards over the top rope and moonsaults over Psychosis and onto his feet, because of course. And then he goes for a tilt-a-whirl, but he spins out of it, or Heavy Metal goes for tilt-a-whirl, and Psychosis spins out of it and gets the upper hand, then misses a clothesline, and Heavy Metal hits a spinning wheel kick after this weird, I guess it's just a takedown, but it's also like a hair pull. Again, these guys, I would say 90% of these guys on this show have like extra long hair too, so everybody kind of just blends in. um
Yeah, I'm in the top right now.
what?
Carry on.
Chris turned off his camera, so now Cheese is the champion of the podcast.
I'm the greatest in the world. Carry on, please.
What makes you the greatest in the world other than being up there?
I'm just me, man. There ain't nobody better than me.
Okay, cool. So
Just
so
me.
Ray and Fuerza Guerrera get it's you, Us. Ray and Guerrero get into the ring.
And much like
Guerrero
Gunther, I'm here to
slaps
take my
Ray.
championship back.
Oh, god damn
Yeah,
it.
there you go. There you go. Uh, Before that, you put Darrell or me in a headlock and made us bleed. You made it more personal.
Their podkin roll.
Yeah, sure. So then Guerrero slaps Ray and Iris whips him, but Ray flips over his back on the rebound. And then Ray ends up on the ring apron and pulls the top rope down to send Fuerza Guerrera out. Then Ray runs off the apron and hits a head scissor. Everybody's powdering, by the way, at this point. Like literally everybody's around the ring doing that. And at this point, somebody, I think Tanae brings up that in 1992, Ray won some kind of welterweight championship at 17 for the company, which again, 17. Um, Psychosis and Latin Lover get in the ring. Psychosis tries to shoulder tackle Latin Lover, and he fails to do so. Psychosis Irish whips a Latin Lover into the corner, and he goes for a clothesline but misses and slides out of the ring. Heavy Metal and Fuerza Guerrera get back into the ring. No tags are made, mind you. Let's just throw that out there. There's no tagging happening. It's just people coming and going in and out of the ring. So Fuerza Guerrera and Heavy Metal start going at it, and Fuerza Guerrera goes for like this double A spine buster. Instead, he turns it into like a low blow. So he does the spine buster, and as he's about to bring him down, he low blows him, and then he low blows Heavy Metal, and the ref doesn't see it.
He gives him the
Then Heavy
atomic
Metal-
drop.
No, because he slams him like a spine buster, and one of the actual people, I think it's either Tanae or Chris Cruz, mentions that he went low on it, right? And then Heavy Metal does the thing right back to him. But except he blocks it, which is again, this is ridiculous. So then Madonna's boyfriend goes outside, is outside, and he throws Ray into the crowd. So you've got them out of the mix. And then Heavy Metal and Fuerza Guerrero are still in the ring, going back and forth. Everyone's fighting. Madonna's boyfriend suplexes Ray on the outside. There's a double boot from Psychosis and Fuerza Guerrero on Heavy Metal. Psychosis and Fuerza Guerrero are double teaming Latin Lover. There's tons of loose calls from the ref. Ray and Psychosis are now in the ring. Psychosis throws Ray up and just lets him drop. and then he does it again, but Ray counters it into an X Factor. Madonna's boyfriend now enters the ring again. Latin Lover comes in as well. So it's Fuerza Guerrero, Latin Lover. They're throwing hands back and forth. Latin Lover hits a super kick. Latin Lover slams Fuerza Guerrero and goes up top for a body splash but misses. And then Fuerza Guerrero locks in a Scorpion Deathlock, which they say Scorpion Deathlock because it's WCW and not WWF. Heavy Metal and Fuerza Guerrero go back and forth a little bit more. There's a spinning reverse kick from Heavy Metal that knocks Fuerza out of the ring. Psychosis comes in, misses a drop kick. Heavy Metal gets whipped by Psychosis and backflips back over Psychosis and throws him out of the ring off of a top drop toe hold. There was one.
He said the
Yeah,
thing.
I said the thing. Heavy Metal goes out next after Fuerza Guerrero throws him. And then Madonna's boyfriend comes in and him and Fuerza Guerrero double team Ray, who's now back in the ring as well. Ray is whipped by Fuerza Guerrero and launched into the air for a double team move with Madonna's boyfriend, but Ray drop kicks the back of Madonna's boyfriend's head instead and knocks him out of the ring while he's in the middle of like going over Fuerza's head. Ray and Fuerza go back and forth before Ray launches him out onto Madonna's boyfriend. And then Ray hops onto the top turnbuckle and does a flip onto Madonna's boyfriend, and Madonna's boyfriend like eats all of it on like directly on top of his head. And then Heavy Metal and Fuerza Guerrero are in the ring. Heavy Metal hits a suplex, misses a senton, and then Fuerza Guerrero locks in an armbar submission-ish thing, and it is like not even a second, and Heavy Metal taps, and that's it. And then we get a mention of the WCW hotline.
Which we called, and no one answered.
I give that 3, and you know what? I'm gonna up the other one to 4, and I'm gonna give this one 3.5. This one gets 3.5. Maskless Rey Mysterios.
I gave this one
nothing
a
else to say.
6 out of 10. It was a decent match. It was a good
But it was
match.
confusing, wasn't it?
It was kind of confusing. It was kind of hard to keep up with everything.
You're telling
I love
me.
Ray's mask in this match. I love the blacked out eyes on the mask.
Yeah. I also like that Heavy Metal just looked like Raven.
Yeah. Apparently, Heavy Metal is the son of the referee that was wearing the headband in the match. Heavy Costas, that was his dad. So yeah, it was a
Heavier metal.
Heavy Costas and Heavy Metal.
The heaviest metal.
Okay.
He inherited the first name.
Yeah.
Just the first name. I'm like the first dude's name wasn't even like what's something that's similar to metal other than metal?
Heavy linoleum.
Rock.
That's not metal.
Heavy wood.
Yeah.
Oh, Heavy Formica is a name.
Yeah, 6 out
Heavy
of 10.
cubic zirconium.
Okay. Kaufman.
Yeah, it just kind of there. Did you guys have an interruption in the middle of this match?
Yes.
Like a technical difficulties?
Yes.
No. Wait, did we?
On one of
I
the
don't
feeds
remember.
that we watched, because we went back and forth through.
I had to go through multiple feeds to find until I found one that had like good audio and clear picture.
I watched the YouTube feed, and it just like gives you a technical difficulties. We'll be right back, folks.
I didn't get
in the
that.
middle of this match. So like it was kind of herky jerky for me. There were a few botches in this. I ended up giving it 2 3/4 stars because like it just there was some fun stuff like Ray getting launched into the crowd, but you know the pacing was all over there for much. And then I guess the YouTube version must have dubbed music because I don't remember any licensed music being played. And they also play the good guys music after the bad guys win in this match.
Oh boy. See, yeah, you had a total different experience than what we had, or at least what I had. I had to go through multiple streams because I noticed that during like the big tag match, there was a point where it just skipped ahead like 2 minutes.
Yeah, there was like an hour and a half long pre-show on the version that I
Oh
watched
God.
that I
So
skipped
yeah, I've
through.
seen that version. Yeah,
I
I've
saw
seen
that
that.
version. Did not.
I watched it.
Yeah. Passed on
That's
that
the
one.
one I watched. I did not watch
Geez,
the
man.
pre-show.
What is your rating?
I gave it a C plus. I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest, guys. I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened on this pay-per-view.
Well,
Do
that's
you
you.
remember
Did
the
That's
you
why.
match?
That's why we
did you
refreshed
watch this like
ourselves.
weeks ago?
I watched this weeks ago, thinking we would record it weeks ago, and we never did. Drop
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, guys. A little inside drop toe hold here. This is our first recording in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I will take the hit for that. So
Me too. Me
I'm
too.
not gonna get into too much, but
No,
I
nobody's
work
taking hits because guess what I did and guess what Darrell did and guess what Kaufman probably did. Well, I don't know about Kaufman, but Darrell and I took a little time to rewatch some of that stuff.
I mean, yeah,
Patrick.
Oh, I
but
watched it for the
I
first
got
time.
things
no,
to do.
but in terms
A
of
few
us
days
not
before
recording in a
today.
while, my family owns a food truck, so we a couple of weeks ago when we had picked this show, we had like a big event like down here. Like I don't know if anybody's from Georgia probably heard of the Blessing of the Fleet. It's like a big thing they do in South Georgia, so we had to work that. So that took like a lot of my time, and also like I'm dealing with a foot injury, so I was trying to recover from that, and I was just tired. And then this week we started working again, well last weekend, and so that was a lot, and it's just so my schedule's been off, but things should be getting back to normal in terms of recording now. So yeah, I'll take the hit for that
Just
one.
wait. Just wait. Nah, one of these days we'll start doubling up on episodes and do like 8 hours of recording.
Jesus.
We do one a day.
God, one a
And
day.
it's hard to
You
record
shit.
one episode of AEW.
Yeah, there you go. Who's next? Somebody take the reins. Who's
It
next?
is Cheese's match next. Pegasus Kid, aka
Oh,
Chris Benoit, Two Cold Scorpio, and Tito Santana versus Jerry Estrada, La Parca, and Blue Panther.
before you start,
Why?
there's one thing about
Why
this that's so
is
odd. Go
why is
ahead.
Tito Santana the most out of place person in
Thank
this
you.
entire
That's
show?
exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly who I was talking about. Yes. He looks so just not
Oh,
like he should be there. No, no, you can't say that. You can't say that because I watched the main event. You want to talk about old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tito was just like in Mania like a few years ago. Like it's not like he's
Well,
washed
and
up by
wasn't he like
94.
ECW World Champion like a 2 years before that?
Something like that.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he
Yeah, he
was
was. Yeah.
like so like it's just like he looked
But it's
bigger than
such
everybody in a way that just didn't fit.
Yeah, because he had those Vince steroids running through his veins still, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
he's yeah.
his performance here reminded me when like somebody who got released from the E in like 2014 went to a PWG show and tried to have a match. That's what it reminded me
Oh
of.
boy. I mean, you know it's bad, or well, I don't know bad, but you know it's something when the commentary is talking about how Tito is just moving at a different speed than the other guys, and I'm
Yeah,
like
slower.
slower. You could just say it, he's moving slower than them guys. Come on, because they're like he's used to it, the American style. I'm like,
oh, he's
cool,
out.
cool, yeah,
and
but you're also on, so you know it's your match,
Tito,
buddy.
you better fucking challenge that. I'm gonna throw something. Oh, good.
Well,
They did.
Tito was in the match.
you're watching Cincinnati.
Yeah, trying to get back on the horse.
Fucking May.
So, anyways, Too Cold, Benoit, and Tito Santana come out.
A weird team, man. What a weird
It's
team.
such an eclectic group of people.
So
Two Cold's a person we've seen a lot of on this show so far.
Yeah.
And
so is name redacted.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we
then
already
I
Estrada,
said
feel like we
that
see
before.
Two Cold in
and
like a
everyone's
different-
favorite, Leprecha.
Leprecha.
The mask is way too big on La Parca, man. It was way too big. It's one of the things I noticed.
Oh, it never fits, even now.
That is always hilarious.
Well, it always looks like he's constantly adjusting it at all times.
I think he was.
So
I mean,
since
to
you
be
don't
fair,
remember too much about this match, regale us with what you thought happened in this match.
he is a skeleton, so like, there's no ligaments keeping any of that
Yeah,
together.
yeah. There's no like skin for the
It's
Hard.
mask to grip
lines.
onto. Yeah, so
It's
As
the
a
tissue.
skeleton, man.
So we get Scorpio and Panther to start, and it's a very technical wrestling start between the two. With the Panther leg takedown on a monkey flip, and then Benoit tags in. Arnold Parker tags in. The runner is out. Suck a dick.
I won't do no such thing.
Benoit comes in with all the locks. Arm lock, leg lock, ankle lock, head lock, chin lock. Every single lock that you can afford to do, he does.
Not gonna do it.
No, you can't do that because it's racist. Parker
No,
reverses
wait,
it.
what? No, what? What do you think I was gonna
what are
do?
you thinking about?
I
I
was
don't
just
know.
gonna make some kind of
Wanna
joke
know.
that referred to him committing murder, but I don't
No,
want to
see,
know
no, but
actually.
see, don't you understand though? But see, murder is racist. That's why.
Okay, it's
It
against
all
it's
comes back
racist against
together.
the living, I guess.
It all comes together now.
Oh Lord, just
Coffin
move
I
on.
don't know
totally
about
That's
understands my
anything that's
logic.
being said right now.
neither do I. I've been thrown for a loop. Cheeseman.
How are they still giving him a hit? Oh, I'm gonna sue somebody.
He didn't watch
Big
this.
thing that was happening here. Parka and Estrada could not get along at all. And there were several times during this match, I thought that Panther was just going to be like, you know what? Screw this. It's 4-on-2 now. I'm going to the other guys. And it felt like he was literally like maybe 10 seconds away from just doing that at one point. He's literally just like looking at them fight. Because at one point, an Estrada La Parka match breaks out, and you can just see Panther's looking over at them, and he's just like, guys, Red Rover, can I come over, please?
Blue Panther is like he had such an interesting role on this show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, him and
That's
Madonna's
all I'm gonna say.
boyfriend. And Eddie.
Him and Madonna's boyfriend. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
He
yes,
really
but
did.
Eddie is Eddie. You know.
So, the same thing that the tag team rules. You get launched out of the ring, someone else can come back in. So that happened a lot. George Foreman was randomly mentioned during this match. I took a note of that. It's always fun to talk about George
He
Foreman.
was mentioned again later, actually.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he had a match, a bout the night before or something, I think.
Actually,
I wouldn't
let
be
me do a
surprised.
little bit of research on that
1994
while you're
George Foreman.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going and he'll look it up.
Yep. Tito, they say, is the least familiar with Mexican wrestling style. So
And-
that's
and-
a statement that I never thought I would hear. Of all 6 men, who do you think is the least familiar? I would have easily gone
The
with
guy
Chris
whose
Benoit.
first name. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
And the
guy named
the
Tito
Mexican
should be.
audience is equally unfamiliar with Tito Santana, because the
Yeah, he
second
did
he
not
comes
get
in
the
this
reaction
match, the
everyone thought he would get.
crowd dies.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, that's such a weird. It is weird to see somebody who is as popular as Tito Santana in America go over here and just get nothing. Oh
So,
man.
the match that they're talking about, it was against. It happened, I believe, like right before this pay-per-view.
Okay.
It was against Michael Moore, who
Oh,
at that time had beaten. Hold up, he had beaten Evander Holyfield right before. And it was your title fight for the WBA and IBF heavyweight titles, and I think Foreman was going in as an underdog because Moore was undefeated, and Foreman, I think Foreman knocked him out.
okay.
Yeah, Foreman.
Well,
knocked him out.
Foreman, even as an old asshole, still had that like
Mhm.
He still had that hook, man.
he could still break your face
Also,
essentially.
man's
They
jab
just
was
showed
brutal.
the top of LeBron's head on the broadcast over here in the NBA playoffs, and god damn, man.
Yeah, man, it's
Why doesn't he just get rid of it? Okay, we're having a whole other discussion.
He carried that, the top of that head carried a team past the Rockets. How sorry are the? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep
very
bringing this
sorry.
to
I
real
mean, we
sports.
can get into it.
It's
if we need
Rockets.
to.
The top
It's
of that
the
man's head was
Rockets.
absurd, though.
Yeah.
Oh, talk to it up. Just
Like
give it up.
that hairline,
Give it up.
he has a reverse mohawk.
I was
He
like,
has
it's not a
nothing down the
hairline.
middle.
There's nothing. Which
He
is
has
why,
the
which is
Eugene.
like LeBron. I know you have $1,300. Fly to Turkey.
I think this is what he's doing, and I think it's not holding. I think that's the problem.
Oh, so he has been going. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
do it in the summer, man, when you can stay home and not have to
I
do
think
shit.
that's what I think this. I think it like because you notice like at the start of every season, there's like a semblance of a hairline there, and it just like fades as the year goes on.
Every season, that hairline moves back and forth.
Yep.
That
hairline is
hairline moves
undefeated.
almost as much as Kevin Durant does teams.
Oh.
Okay, like good lord.
Almost as much as Laparca's knees in this match.
My God, Laparca. For the love of God, try and save yourself. You have a long career still in WCW, kind of, okay?
Oh, and
I don't even
now
know if it's actually, is it the actual? Is it L.A. Parker or
LA
La
Park,
Parka?
yes, LA Park.
Okay. I just want to be sure because I wasn't sure what I'm looking
The
at.
other La Parka is the one that passed away last year. Yeah.
Was he wrestling as La Parka?
He started wrestling as LA Park when he left out of WCW. The new La Parka, when they brought the character back to AAA, was the new one
Okay.
that died
Okay.
recently.
New Parka.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now they have
Okay.
another La Parka.
So there's
anyway,
three.
Yes.
And
Scorpio
in my
hits
head
dive on
canon,
everybody. Panther comes up top and misses. We get a big power slam, a Benoit leg drop, reverses a Panther power bomb, reverses Chris Benoit's team wins with a small package.
And then
That
Also,
makes sense.
Scorpio was there. We didn't talk about him. Too Cold Scorpio was there too.
he had a beautiful moonsault near the end of this match as well.
yes, he did.
La
And
Parka
spinning
and
heel kick.
Estrada then started fighting after the match because they had been beefing coming into this match. So after the match, they're just fighting and they're like having a little off spurt match in the ring or whatever. Well, they wanted to, but Estrada just runs away from La Parka, which was funny.
Howard.
Yeah,
But,
Tanay kept teasing like we might have an extra match, everybody. We might have an
over
extra
and
match.
no,
Yep,
they
and
did
it
it
doesn't
next
happen.
match.
Does not.
What is this
I'm willing to
betrayal?
bet. I'm willing to bet they were building this to be the extra match if anything went short earlier and nothing did. So they're like, "No, whatever. We're gonna."
Oh well, I
move
mean the
on."
fact that I think they brought that up again when they were like they said how many matches and a potential sixth one, and
Mhm.
it's like, what a podunk way to do things.
Right.
I love it.
So anyway, I give this match a C plus. The infighting on the team that felt like it came out of nowhere kind of took me out of it. I'm like, why are you guys fighting exactly? I feel
Oh,
like
you didn't watch 6 hours of programming that took place beforehand,
no, I
so
didn't.
that you know the story. Cool.
You had enough time.
Neither did I. Yeah, you had enough time to.
No, no.
Listen here, Consuela, you stop. Okay, now let's move on. Next rating.
No.
I gave it 3 stars. It was sloppy in spots, but other spots was like Labarca was just getting me to crack up the entire time. So I got it at 3 stars.
I also gave it 3 skeleton mings.
Skeleton Mangs.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, skeleton ming.
I love Too Cold Scorpio. I love Blue Panther. And yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
fucking love Blue Panther.
Also,
I
I
do
love
love
the
Blue
La Parka
Panther.
Estrada thing through line throughout the whole match was funny to me. So
All right, so then Kaufman is next, I'm guessing.
No, it's you next. But before we get to that, there is a Hulk Hogan Ed Leslie match promo right before the
Oh
Octagon
yeah,
Santo
the
match.
Starcade
94, baby.
main event. Hulk Hogan and
Versus
Brother
the Beast.
Brudai.
Yep. So yeah,
I fucking hate Ed Leslie. Good fucking
the
God,
booty man.
I hate him. I hate the booty man. I hate Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I hate Mr. Well, no, I almost called him Mr. Ass because you guys said booty man. God,
Strutting and
I
cutting.
hate him. The butcher, whatever you want to fucking call him, the
Zodiac.
disciple, the Zodiac. Oh my God.
baby.
The fact that we haven't stopped coming up with names. Fuck him. Shit. Anyways, Ah, shit! I was hoping I wasn't next. All right. Um, this is the best. This is real quick. This is like easily not even close to best match of the night.
Yes,
Yeah.
without
Like
a doubt.
by like, and that's not even an insult to the other matches. By like a country mile, this is better.
This is one of the best
Um,
matches we have watched. Period.
period. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
mean, it
good.
has Eddie Guerrero.
It's
Like, it's
so
going to
good
be good.
Yeah.
that I have to edit my first like rating breaker from the last time that we from the Dream Slam match. I'm changing that one match that I gave 6 stars to 5.25 star now.
Mhm.
Just for what I'm about to do if you guys don't already understand. Um yeah, so there's the whole story of this show essentially centers on this match and this in the main event. Um because the main story that's going into this is the emergence of the Los Gringos Locos, which is, crazy white men. Um and in AAA or in Mexican wrestling, you are either one of two things. You're either a technical or a rudo. And so that's you're either a good guy or a bad guy. That and you heard them throughout the entire night using those terms. So that's what they mean. So the backstory to this is after joining AAA, Eddie formed a team with Hijo del Santo to form a tag team known as La Pareja Atómicas, the Atomic Team. Um, their fathers before them had formed a tag team as well. So the guy who was, I don't even know if it was for real, but like storyline, the president of AAA insisted that they get together, right? That's why they got together, not because they wanted to, for to honor their fathers. And then Art Barr starts to like get in there, and he's that other voice on Eddie's shoulder, and telling him that he's trying to convince him that he's in the father of Santo the way that his father, and that his father was in the shadow of and Santo's father and all that stuff. And that's where that starts to whatever to do a thing to split.
Really melodramatic. It's awesome.
It's super. It's the best. It's the best. So then Guerrero turns on his partners, and that's when they become La Pareja del Terror, which is just the terror team, right? Um, and that's when and then they got the nickname Los Gringos Locos and all that. And so the whole thing about this gimmick is, and you'll see just by how they're dressed, is that they are, boy oh boy does this age well. They are Latinos who have turned on Mexico and are all about America, right? And to be proper Americans. um but it extends beyond that because as part of all of that, Conan also turned, and so did Madonna's boyfriend and people like that, and they all essentially formed a group together, which is like at that time it was like the first real stable there. So yeah, it was Conan and a few others. And so this is like one of those. This match represents a whole bunch of culmination of months of storytelling at that point. So yeah, that's a little bit of backstory. Real quick rules about this one. Darrell, would you like to explain the rules for this match? Please.
So this match is a double hair versus double mask 2 out of 3 falls match. So Art and Eddie aren't masked.
That
Of course, they
sounds
have long
simple.
hair. And
It
Octagon
sounds
and El Hijo
simple.
del Santo risks being demasked in this match. And this is a big deal
Mhm.
because in Mexico, like Tanae was saying, like at the merch stands, they don't sell t-shirts of the
Yep.
wrestlers. They
I
sell a
love that he brought
replica
that up.
mask. Like the mask is
Mhm.
like the big thing in lucha culture. So losing the mask is like it's like just a tragic.
Death
It's a
sentence
tragedy.
almost.
It's a death sentence.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
talked about during the match when Elio del Santo's father El Santo died. They buried him in his mask. Like he was a big movie star. In all of the movies he did,
Mhm.
he had the mask on. Like nobody knew what he
And
looked
he
like under the mask, and even when he died.
and Hijo del Santo even said like I'm gonna honor your legacy by never losing the mask.
Hmm
Yeah.
Um, so
It's a big deal.
the 2 out of 3 falls part of this match. So the hair versus mask thing is simple, right? The two out of
Hell,
three
even
falls
two out of
part of
three
this
falls
match.
would normally be simple if it was 2 out of 3 falls.
Well, it
Not
was
here.
technically 2 out of 3 falls within a 2 out of 3 falls match. So, in order to get a fall, the winning team had to pin both members of the team that took the fall. So
Now, it
let's
didn't
say,
matter who did the pinning,
yeah,
but
but
both people had to
yeah,
lose.
both tag members had to be pinned.
Yes.
Which I think they did a
With,
good
With
job
like
of booking around that in this match.
yes. And if you were pinned, you were out of the match. You could not help your partner.
Yep.
with like semi tornado tag rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I just chalk it up to loose reffing.
Yeah, fair.
Also, a
Well,
thing
just
that's
the way they call their
important
tag
in this
matches.
match. So apparently, Triple H calls their managers seconds, or that's what Tanay kept calling the managers. So the second
Mhm.
for Octagon and Santo was
Mhm.
Blue Panther. Excuse me, and then the second for Art Bar and Eddie Guerrero was Madonna's boyfriend because he was in the
Mhm.
stable with him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So multiple times during this match, you will hell, Chris Cruz was confused, and Tanay had to explain it to him. But
I was
Yeah,
confused.
Chris Kaufman was confused too.
Yeah,
yes.
Chris Golfman was confused.
uh, uh, yeah, the Chris's weren't doing well. So the I broke
We were
the way I had to
crisscrossed.
break this. Yeah, yeah, you're. Oh God. All right. Anyways, the way I had to break it down was I had to kind of like separate each fall into its own little match because yeah. Um, so Santos and Eddie okay. So here's another thing that keeps happening because of my autocorrect. It kept changing Santo to Santos. So if I'm looking at these notes and I say that, just
Santos
know
Escobar
that
is not
I
here.
knew
He
you
is
were gonna
not
say that
here.
too. I know he's definitely not there. Yeah. So Santo and Eddie open the match. They lock up. Santo arm drags Eddie because of course it's an arm drag. They do some back and forth chain wrestling. Eddie keeps the advantage until Santo hits him with a Northern Lights suplex. Eddie locks in a standing armbar. Santo reverses it, and Eddie flips up, down, up, down, and knees up. Anthony, what were you saying there? And then sweeps Santo to the ground before locking in a reverse chin lock. Um, Santo powers out of it, grabs Eddie by the head, uh, launches him up, and pulls Eddie down and sends him into the ropes. Onto the like over the ropes and onto the ground. Eddie gets back in the ring, tags in Art, and they reset. Now it's Art and Octagon. So Art gets aggressive. Octagon whips back and forth into the ropes. Uh, Catches. Why did I say a super thick arm drag? Huh.
Yeah, it
Anyways,
was deep.
Art takes. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but remember, like Cheeseman, it has been a while since I looked at these notes. I did watch the match, but I did not read my notes. Art takes down Octagon and goes for a running senton, but Octagon rolls out of the way. In my thing, it says that Art went for a running symptom. I don't know what that is. Octagon is using his speed and momentum because it's what he learned in judo, according to Mike Tenay. Uh, Octagon grabs Art Bar and goes for a bulldog, but Bar pushes him into the ropes and charges Octagon. But Octagon blocks, gets out of the way, and Eddie comes in off the side and just knocks Octagon out. Santo is well, I was gonna say Santo's not the legal man, but then I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. Uh, they begin to double team Santo. Art gets Santo up in the electric chair position, and Eddie hits a Frankensteiner from the top. According
He
to
fucks up a
commentary,
Frankensteiner.
no. According to commentary, but that's not a Frankensteiner. It's a head scissors. Just want to make that point because they do that a lot. Um, Art and Eddie get the first pinfall on Santo, and then Eddie gets a superplex on Octagon to set up a splash from Art Bar. and that gets them the second pin. So like right off the bat, we have the first official fall.
Speaking of which,
Um,
Art gets deep
mhm.
into that frog splash, man. Like
Yes, he does.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
like he RVDs it.
it was his move. So Daryl, let's not wait till the end of this match. Tell us, tell us what this match is for Art Bar.
This is Art Bar's second to last match of his life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Art Bar dies 4 days after this show. So there was two things
12
that
or 17,
that
17
was
days after
17
the
days
show.
after the show. So there's a couple of rumors around his death. One of them is that when they did the autopsy, he didn't have any heart problems, any like health problems that anybody knew about, and even during the show, he looks great. So like nobody really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
The toxicology report comes back and they said that there was alcohol and drugs in the system that could have induced a heart attack, but it wasn't like a severe amount like what you see in other guys that passed away from the same thing. But apparently he worked a AAA house show a day before he died, or a day or two before he died, and a fan, because he was like this huge heel, throws a chair at him, and it hits him in the back of the head behind his ear, and apparently it dislocated his vertebrae. He flies back home that night, doesn't get any medical attention, and then he comes home and he couldn't go to sleep, and then he finally falls asleep, and 20 minutes after he falls asleep is when they think he passed away. So they think that it was either the chair shot or it was a drug induced heart attack. They don't know, but it was like it's crazy, the whole thing behind that.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure there was
was
other news, right, Kaufman?
he was 28. Like I don't know what news you're referring to, but
Oh, okay.
um I I looked into this as well, like just a little bit, because they mentioned on commentary after he hits the frog splash. They don't call it that, but they say it's his signature move, and I was like,
Yep.
what? And
Hmm.
that's when I learned that the lore behind Eddie adopting it. He would adopt that move afterwards, after Art Bar's death, and use it as his finish from then on, and eventually. Uh, I forget who gets credited was saying like it kind of looks like you're a frog when you do that, and then it became the frog splash.
It
Um,
was, hold on, because I seen the same thing. Hold on, let me get back to Art Bar's.
Why? Why? Why?
So
Why?
it was Tuco
Hold
Scorpio
on.
says comment
oh, it
on
was
Bar that he
Scorpio,
looked like a
yeah.
I need you
frog.
guys to kill some time, talk some more.
Got you.
Cat,
What the cat do?
cat, just cat. I'll be right back.
Got you. But
Champion again.
yeah, I know Eddie talks about um his death kind of like really shook him at the time. Like that was a defining moment in his, like, of course these guys were like best friends. Um they were road like friends and stuff like that. But um he was like that's what really made him like kind of become more of a better person, I guess, when Art died, because like Art was like a big friend to him. He would like, he was like a big locker room guy. He was so friendly to people, and Eddie was kind of standoffish at that time because he was still young in the business and things like
I don't
that.
want to
So,
say anything
um,
because I don't know if I read it correctly, but I'm
mm.
pretty sure Art wasn't considered a great guy by a
Well, he
lot of
wasn't
people.
considered a great guy
I no, no,
outside
I
of
know,
wrestling.
but I
Yeah.
mean, I think there were some
Mm.
things he was to have been. I think he was alleged to have done.
No, well,
Uh,
outside of wrestling, because we could get into that.
right. That's what I was gonna say.
He
That I mean, might as well.
he was arrested and pled guilty to the you can just go ahead and say it, to the rape of a 19-year-old woman in the Pacific
Oh,
Northwest,
I
I
did
think in
see.
Oregon.
Phenomenal.
Which in that's where he flew back to die.
Yep.
If I'm correct, he
But
flew
this
back to
was, yeah, because
Portland.
that's where he lived at. He lived in Portland.
Yeah.
He was wrestling there, and I believe the woman, it was something, I think it was like after a show or something like that. The woman didn't consent. Um, he got convicted of first degree sexual abuse. He took the plea deal. I think he was fined $1,000, placed on 2 years probation, did 180 hours of community service, didn't go to jail, which
Suzuki's
you
fast.
know.
Yeah.
Um, Barr claimed that he would have beat the case if he took it to court, but he claimed that he didn't want to because it would have ruined his like public image, and then he probably would have went to jail if he didn't beat it. Which and that means that you know you wouldn't have beat it if you took the plea deal and was
Yeah.
If you're
waiting real
worried
fucking
about that.
time.
Yeah, if you knew you
Yeah.
would have beaten it, that would have, yeah.
Don't make the
It,
claim that you would have if you knew you would have. You just
so
would
Yep.
have.
Art was a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong, but
Mm.
I know
Great
No,
Eddie.
name
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Great name.
Eddie.
That's what I meant when I said news.
Yeah, but Eddie did, contribute Art's death to him at least trying to become a better person because we all know Eddie
Yeah.
had his own demons himself. So, but
Isn't it weird the cycle and the way it works? Because Eddie's death had the complete opposite effect of Chris Benoit.
well, Chris was a
Like,
lot.
I mean, his mind was also like
Yeah.
physically mush.
Mm,
So
Yeah, but his Eddie's just broke Benoit.
that was all he had left at that point.
yeah.
Yeah, literally losing Eddie was all he had. Yeah,
And
Mm,
not
you
even
mean
his family
Pegasus
was enough.
Kid?
And like as soon as Eddie was gone, it's like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah, so let me get in. So like in the actual match, after they got the first fall, I like that they did have like a little pause period where both teams kind of regrouped to themselves, kind of like little strategy thing. So I know to go from that to this right back into the match, but the Cat's done doing what the Cat was doing. Um, so Eddie and Santo start the second fall. Eddie he fakes a test of strength and cheap shots Santo, knocks him into the corner. Eddie hits a fallaway slam, keeps hold and rolls into a pin for a 2 count. Eddie hits a stalling suplex. Thought it was a brainbuster, but it was not. He gets a 2 out of it. Santo rolls away and tags in Octagon. Um, Eddie drop kicks. Eddie drops to his knees with his arms behind his back and begins to beg Octagon not, to not attack him. And then he pokes him in the eyes. Um, Tanay says that Octagon is a big Chuck Norris fan and named himself after the
yeah.
movie The Octagon.
Yep.
Did anybody take time to see if that's true?
No.
God, I wish. Darrell, if you can, while I'm doing this, please see if it's true.
Gotcha.
So Eddie tags in Art. Art hits a standing drop kick before he looks to the crowd and does a little taunt, and then he hits a second standing drop kick. He does jumping jacks and then slams Octagon into position.
Nope, Anthony, that is true. It is 100% true. In the late 1888 to early 1889, Octagon, along with CMLL Booker, Antonio Pena.
Wait. Think about your time periods and what you just read to me. You said, did you say 19 or 18?
1988. I meant to say 19.
Okay, because you said 1888.
Yeah,
I'm like, we're going far back here.
It goes all the way back.
I was like, whoa.
But late 88 to late 89, he worked together with CMLL Booker, Antonio Pena, and they decided to create a new character that played off of Octagon's martial arts background. The name was inspired by the movie The Octagon,
The judo.
Chuck Norris.
Oh my God.
Together, they created the concept of Octagon, a Mexican ninja complete with black clothes and a black and white mask that incorporated a red headband. The Octagon.
There's something racist here, and I don't know what it is.
Was it murder?
No. There's some race. There has to be something racist about a Mexican
ninja
dressed as a ninja. I'm like, okay, cool, all right, huh? Yeah, that's.
And then his kid would go on, or his trainee would go on to face Dom Mysterio for the IC title.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
That's
man.
Who we're watching.
Yep.
You really just can't make this shit up. It's fantastic.
I forget, is Junior the trainee or is Junior like the actual kid?
Junior
Isn't that his actual son?
Junior's the trainee. No, Junior's the trainee.
Okay, Junior's the trainee.
He Hodel is the actual kid, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Junior's just a trainee. Yeah. He
Okay.
That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing about the Lucha system.
That's what's like Rey Mysterio. There's another card on AAA because I started deep diving myself when looking at what came before this, and I think before this the only show they'd ever run was like the first 3 Triple Manias, And on one of those cards was Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio Jr. And it's so weird when you see
That
that
was
kind of
awful.
stuff,
Mhm.
Yeah.
especially because I'm like, oh, y'all aren't related at all.
I
There's
wish
so many
That's his
lies.
it'd be
uncle, wasn't it?
crazy if
Well, they are,
if
but like in some cases, they're not even related.
Yeah.
That was the uncle.
it'd be crazy if the U.S. had that type of system, because then Daniel Bryan would actually be Shawn Michaels Jr.
Hijo de Hickenbottom.
Or would he be or would he be Steamboat's son? Because
But
he was the
is he was he?
American
Mm,
Dragon.
But was he trained by Steamboat?
Okay,
he was
okay, I see
trained
what you're
by
saying. I see what you're saying. I
Michaels,
got you.
wasn't
I
he?
got
Daniel
you. Yeah,
He was
Tugboat.
trained by,
I got
exactly.
you.
He
I
was
got you.
trained by Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So
then
then,
didn't wait, who did Bryan train?
who would be Kobe Lopez Jr.?
Who has he trained anybody? I guess he trained
Danielson's
Jade. I
trained
know
somebody.
he trained Jade. I know for sure.
Ihad
Yeah,
did J. Ihad
yeah,
did Danielson.
So Jade is technically El Hija de Shawn Michaels Jr.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there
See,
would be a.
isn't this
You know where it
awesome?
would be a mess. You know where it would be a big mess if you were to apply that to the fucking Anoi family.
Oh wait,
Oh
no,
Oh
we got
God,
no.
another
no.
one. I think wasn't Tiffany trained by Kowalski?
Oh God. Hijo de Triple H Jr.
No, both she and Triple
Wait,
H
she
would just
couldn't have
be
Yeah,
been.
they'd be
Kowalski
brothers and
Wait,
Jr.
sisters.
wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait, wait. Killer
They'd be
Kowalski.
brothers.
Wait.
Wait, who
Killer
was it?
Kowalski?
No,
There's
it's
no way
some old
Kowalski.
wrestler. It's
I
hold
was
up, let
like,
me look it
Killer
up.
Kowalski is dead
Tiffany Stratton was trained by Gagne. That's it. That's what I
by
was thinking
Gorilla
about.
Monsoon.
It's the
By
baby
Gagne?
Gagne. Yeah, she was trained by Greg Gagne.
Oh, I thought you meant Vern.
No, hell no. Well, out of a lot of fucking questions. Oh, she'd be Elia del Ken Anderson. Actually, there you go. She
Ah,
was trained by Ken
Ew.
Anderson.
you know what?
Christmas.
I need to. I would love to see who else Greg Gagne has trained. Because now I need to do some science work, and I'm looking for the pattern here. Because if every person that he trains turns out to be mediocre, boom, that makes sense. All right, so
Oh
Octagon.
shit.
Octagon was named after Chuck Norris.
Mm.
So this is I'm in the middle of this second fall. Eddie tagged in Art. I already brought that up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Art does the jumping jacks. He is putting Octagon in position for something. Santo comes into the ring. He takes on Eddie. Santo and Octagon start a comeback on Eddie. Santo hits a big diving elbow onto Art Bar, but then Eddie comes in and tries to stop the pin, um, which he does. Santo hits him with a head scissors and a very weird. Well, this is a very weird little thing. And then Santo and Octagon kind of whip Eddie into hitting a clothesline on Art, which is pretty fun to look at. Then they double drop kick and knock Eddie and Art out of the ring. Blue Panther is taunting them on the side this whole time. Eddie and Santo back in the ring. They're going at it. Uh, Santo gets him with a sunset flip and gets a 2 count. Eddie goes for a neck drag, which is the only thing I can call it, because like he's trying to whip him like arm drag him, but by his neck. Um, Santos plants him down face first and goes for he climbs the turnbuckle, but he's the way he's climbing it is he's climbing it with his back facing Eddie. Uh so Eddie catches him and then sits him on the top rope and then actually hits a Frankensteiner for the first time. And he gets the first pin in of the second fall. Octagon is solo at this point because Santo got pinned. Um, Eddie and Art begin the double team on Octagon. They hit a double clothesline. Octagon counters and attempted a double backdrop with a double X Factor. I guess that's the best way to describe that. Octagon charges at Art, but he tosses him over his head and right into Eddie. Octagon hits a Frank. So when he tosses or he tosses Octagon over his head, um, he does it like sitting style. So Octagon catches Eddie with a Frankensteiner and gets the pin on Eddie right in that moment. And then Darrell, I'm gonna let you have this one because this is the submission that seemed to puzzle you earlier.
Yeah, he then runs up the Art and hits him with the Russian side leg sweep, and then like locks him into like a leg lock chin bulldog thing. I don't know
It was
what he
chicken
called
wing.
it. Yeah, like a
It
Russian
looked
side
like
leg
a
sweep
Russian
chicken wing.
side suplex more than like
Yeah,
even like a side sweep because he kind of lifts him off.
yeah.
Um, but he secures the second fall. So Octagon and Octagon has like the double comeback there and
Mm.
gets that second fall. So now they're tied up. Next fall wins it all.
Before we get to the
Um,
third fall,
yes, go
Art
ahead.
Bar is screaming 187 out loud to
Yeah.
the crowd. Now,
Oh, tell him what Prop 87 is.
187, Prop 187, was an anti-immigration bill that was gonna be
Actually,
they
pause,
were trying to
Daryl,
pass in.
because when he said 187,
Mm.
in my mind, I was not thinking about any propositions. I thought he was asking for murder. That's all. Let's move on back to what you were saying.
Also, I pointed this out in my notes like at the beginning. This gimmick that Eddie and Art are running is legit just what JBL does in '04 when he's beefing with Eddie for the WWE title. Like it's
I mean,
legit just this.
it's kind of
They're
what Zeb Coulter does. This is a wrestling go to.
You got
they're
Eddie
the
and,
American
and
foreign heels
yeah,
in
you got
I
Mexico.
mean,
Eddie and Art doing swimming emotes the whole time, like cause
yep. Oh my
uh
God,
yeah,
because wetbacks. I can say
yeah,
it. You guys can't.
and
Did,
yeah,
and then of course was it Cruz or was it Tanay that had to explain the swimming
Yes.
taunt?
it was
Yep.
Cruz, yeah.
I was
Yep.
like, we got it. We got it. You don't
So
have to
so
explain.
Daryl, what was Prop 187?
So it was I believe I don't know if it was a nationwide bill or if it was
No,
just a
I believe
California
it was
bill.
California.
But it was basically to stop or to slow immigration into California. So every time he said it, Art got like a shit ton of fucking heat because, like, of course, we're fucking Los Angeles. So, but yeah, he was getting a lot of heat with that 187. He just kept yelling it to like the crowd, like right there at
34 years
ringside,
later,
over and
and
over
that
and over
gimmick is
again.
still going strong, brother.
Yeah, gimmick is a word for it. But
Hey,
yeah,
hey, hey, it's a gimmick. So I'm glad you brought that up. That is such a the see that is the thing that you're only gonna get from your Mike Tenase.
yep.
Like nobody. I think that's the lost art of the odd fact with wrestling commentators, where they throw you for a loop. And Mike Tenay might have been the king of doing that. Uh was that everything? Oh, yeah, no,
Yep.
look, there it is. I have Prop 187 written down there. Shit. Um they also say like they because you can hear their little pep talk and you can hear
Do it for America.
Art and Eddie say, "Let's do it for the USA."
Yep.
God damn it. Um So Eddie and Santo start up again. Quick lockup. Eddie attempts a power bomb. Santo reverses it into a pin attempt, but Bar breaks that up. Eddie locks in a camel clutch, and Octagon comes in to break that up. Eddie and Santo are both down, so they get back up. Santo locks in his own, or well, Santo gets up, locks in his own camel clutch. Art gets in the ring and kicks him in the back of the head, and it is a stiff kick. He breaks the hold. Bar goes for a scoop slam, but Santo counters it into a small package. Art locks in. I think it looked like an STF on Santo, and Octagon kicks him in the side to break it up. I do like how at this point each guy is breaking up the falls and submission because you're this deep in the match, and everything's on the line here. There's this kind of air of desperation from both teams. Um, so Santo rolls out, and Octagon comes in, laying down more kicks and a big headbutt to Art Bar. Um, then Eddie comes in and locks in a gory special on Octagon. It is a gory special, right, Daryl?
Yep.
Okay. And the gory special is the one where he essentially has you by the hands. You're lying flat on his back, and he's stretching you. You're back to back. Um, he locks that in on Octagon until Santo breaks it up. Eddie slams Santo and then climbs the turnbuckle. Santo gets up, follows him, catches Eddie with a second turnbuckle electric chair drop. That looked like it fucking sucked to take. Falling from that high on plywood essentially, because I doubt there was very much cushioning. Um, Santo goes for a pin. Art breaks it up. Art throws Santo out. Eddie and Bar do a running dive through the ropes to the outside. Everybody's down. Eddie and Santo are the two back in the ring. Eddie goes for a superplex, but Santo blocks it and dumps Eddie down. And then he does a diving face plant on Eddie. Um, Eddie gets Santo up against the ropes, but Santo tosses him over the ropes. And then Daryl, do you want to describe the sunset bomb thing that he did? Because it's
Sa-
such a weird way to do it.
Santo does a springboard to the outside and sunset flips him like with like all the rotation happened at the last second. So there was like no room for error at all for this move at
I
all. But
guess
they nailed it.
imagine that like this is the floor here, and
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's Iron Man is Eddie, and this is Eddie, and Santo. This is the ring apron, right? About that high. Santo just kind of like here. Okay. All right, Yoda's over there. Here's Luke. Santo kind of just like slides down over the rope and then at the last second does that.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Santo's about to break his neck.
Yeah.
Like if he even by like misses it by like a few maybe an inch or so, yeah, it's not going to end well. Also, that's my little display of action figures there. So, the real action here. Um So in the ring, Octagon misses three drop kicks in a row, and Bar hits he hits a spinning tombstone for a
Yes.
3 count.
Fuck man. I'm like
I'll let you.
shit.
I know you were
which
excited.
was
Whoever
illegal.
wants to, yes, whoever wants to take this one, explain. Explain why it was illegal if you know.
So Tanae brings up during this match that a wrestler got paralyzed. I can't remember who the wrestler was. But he got paralyzed in a match from somebody doing a pile driver. So the pile driver was banned in Lucha. Just across
Mhm,
Lucha Libre, the move was banned. So anytime anybody do it, of course they got a bunch of heel heat because of this.
mhm.
So Art does the pile driver, the crowd just starts fucking booing. They go
Which in
fucking
also,
crazy.
it is the single most devastating move in Lucha Libre. They call
Yep.
it.
Um,
Now I don't know if I already mentioned it earlier. Um, Was it during this fall? Is it during this fall or the fall before when Blue Panther
no, this
runs
is
in
right
and,
after
and
this. It's right after
it's
this.
right after this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So then I'll get right to it then. I'm pretty sure I have it here. So then after that, Bar and Eddie double team Santo and go for a bridging pin. Uh, but he kicks out. Um, Eddie hits a superplex to set up Bar for a frog splash. Santo kicks out at 2. Octagon is stretchered out after the tombstone. He's done. Like Octagon is done in this match. They to the point where, well, I will get to it in a second. Um, Santo ducks a clothesline from Bar, who takes down Eddie instead. Santo drop kicks Bar in the throat, as Tanae says. Santo climbs to the top turnbuckle and does a Santo dive out onto Eddie on the floor. While that's happening, Blue Panther slides into the ring while the ref's not looking and pile drives Art Bar. Um, and Art Bar sells that like for a good minute. Um, Santo gets the pin on Bar, and now it's just one-on-one him and Eddie. Eddie takes the advantage and powerbomb Santos for a 2 count. There's starting to be some Santo chants at this point. Um, and then Eddie puts Santo up on the top turnbuckle and hits a belly to belly superplex off the top rope. That looked crazy. That might have been my favorite move of the night, other than like the spinning pile driver. Eddie gets a 2 count. And then he puts Santo up, or he's attempting to put, or he does put him up on the turnbuckle next to the one that he just did that belly to belly off of. And he hits him with a Frankensteiner, gets a 2 count. While this is happening, the paramedics are seeing to Octagon, right? Eddie sets up, like, I love how like tired they are, because he tiredly sets up a dragon suplex, and only gets a 2 count, and then Eddie goes for a second one, but Santo blocks it, rolls up Eddie, gets the win, and saves their masks. Now, before we say anything else, Hoffman, I'm going to ask you first. Did you write down the thing that one of these guys brought up after this match, right after this match?
Oh, right after?
Yes.
No, I
Not
didn't.
directly right after, but it was after the match.
No, I kind of skimmed through the hair clipping and all that.
Oh,
And
Darrell,
so I'm
did you
excited to
write
hear
it
what this
down?
is.
I
I
watched
know
it.
you wrote it down because we talked about. Oh, Cheeseman, do you know what they said then? Please tell me you remember. He doesn't remember. Darrell, you
I
tell
can't
us.
remember.
Was it that the fans would like go into the ring and rush the ring and steal
No,
the hair?
no. Forget about
Mm-mm.
any of that. One of the things that he decides to bring up is how Ronald
Oh,
Reagan
yeah.
has Alzheimer's and was not expected to
Out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
yeah. They just brought out the fact that Ronald Reagan has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease.
And this is why you don't skim through sections.
This
You
is why
miss
you don't
gold
skip.
like this.
They bring that up, and that's just not what I expected to hear. All this time, I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, Octagon might be dead," and then they just Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan
I
has
remember where I was
Alzheimer's.
when it was announced that Ronald Reagan died.
Oh,
I
I
do
do
too.
too.
I was
I
at
was
my
at a
home.
Red game.
I thought
They
you meant the
announced it.
Alzheimer's.
There were two old ladies behind me crying, and I look at my older sister and I say, "Who the hell is Ronald Reagan?" Two
The
old ladies
devil,
crying their eyes
Cheeseman, the
out
devil.
like God himself had just come back and died, and I'm
Nah,
literally just
that
thinking,
was fucking
I
Satan.
don't know
That's
who
what
that
it
is, and I
was.
don't care. I'm 8 years old.
You were looking at two 80-year-old Satanists.
Yep,
Uh,
yep. And now I know
I
that.
don't remember. I don't remember his death. I remember Michael Jackson's death. I remember where I was for that one. That was like the earliest
I
death I
remember my
remember.
favorite Family Guy joke where that Ronald Reagan would just hang outside of a McDonald's and just hit
Oh,
the
fucking
wall and
yep.
say Reagan smash. That was the best shit. Fuck you, Ronald Reagan. You deserve to be in hell where you are. You and fucking throat goat Nancy.
Dickhead.
Anyways,
He fucked up this
uh,
country.
yeah, and his wife was fucking up some. I'm not gonna even get it.
Throat
Anyway,
goat Nancy Reagan.
thank you. I'm gonna. So the reason that I adjusted
So
my
much head.
scale breaking
So
rating
much
the
head
other day,
Al Snow was jealous.
all that head and not anything to offer Ronald to save him from his Alzheimer's. Oh well. Anyways,
All that brain.
all that brain and none for Ronnie.
Oh my god. All right. Let's keep it rolling.
Look, hey, this is relevant to the show because
Oh my
they brought it up,
They
not me.
brought it up. We didn't.
By the way, this feels like the main event of the show. All
it
right,
should have
right?
been. It
Like it
should have
really.
been. It really fucking should have been.
Okay, so the reason that I changed my previous scale breaking rating a little lower is because this got 6 out of 5 stars. Period. Like it was great. It was perfect. I thought the pacing across essentially 3 matches. I thought the pacing was great. I like that the pinfalls came off of, yeah, they were some bigger moves, but they weren't always necessarily, he hit his finisher. And the last pin was on a fucking roll up. I like that kind of stuff. I've got nothing but great things to say about that match.
I gave this match a 10 out of 10 too. Like, I seen the time, the run for this match was like 19 minutes and 20 seconds. I did not feel like that.
No.
Like Anthony was saying, the pacing was great. I don't think they messed up a single move. It was fluid. It was clean throughout, but it still looked like these guys hated each other. It to me, it is one of the best matches.
Get out. Fuck yeah.
Oh, real quick, I also give like a 5 out of 5 star to the haircut after because Art was just cutting chunks.
Bro,
Art was
I
cutting
don't
chunks.
think that
Oh
Eddie
my
was
god!
supposed to go bald, but I think the way Art was cutting
He
his hair, I
comes
think he
back
was
out
like
later bald, and I've
clean.
never seen that
Oh,
Eddie Guerrero before.
That
He
was
had
so
the buzz
weird.
cut, that was
oh,
it.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I said,
Art,
why can I see so much of his
boy,
head?
and it's so white. His head was so white, like so pale.
Mm.
All right.
Bald.
Chris, you're right.
Cheese.
Oh,
Whoever.
I gave it a B plus because fuck Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
there were some botches in here for me, like that first Frankensteiner where they tried to do the Tower of
Okay,
London
yeah,
spot with the Frankensteiner.
Oh,
yeah.
He
see,
crunched. They
botches don't
crunched
matter to me
themselves.
in certain cases, like in this one. If it's like so botchy that like the match is derailed for like a hot minute, then
And
yeah.
also, I think I just wasn't paying attention when the rules got explained because I was
Oh,
thoroughly confused when some of these
you and Chris
pinfalls were
Cruz.
happening. And like the match wasn't over. And there was a point where what was it? Santo got pinned in the middle fall, and I didn't know that the pinfalls reset once like one of the teams gets eliminated. So Octagon ends up getting pinned later. And so I'm like, wait, they lost. the match is over. Santo was pinned earlier.
Oh
He just
man.
got pinned. So it was still great despite that. So I gave it 4.25 star. Like it was the best match on the show for me. But still, like, I understand why y'all were giving it the
To
top
be
of the
fair,
top. But to me, I'm like,
I watched it 3 times,
Yeah, I
Papa. That's
went
the
back and
only
watched it.
reason.
that's
And
true.
I watched
So
it a
like,
second time because of what you're saying. I was so fucking lost.
and I bet knowing the rules going into it does bring it up a bit. But I've only seen it once, so it's 4.25 for me.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right.
Christopher.
You guys have barley corns near you guys?
Oh my
Or is
god,
that
thank God.
confusing?
A what?
Barley corns?
Oh, that is.
I don't know.
Oh, just
Anywho's
a mood
woozle.
thing. Based on those corn
We
locations
got.
I showed. It's good shit, man. Good shit.
I have no idea
Speaking
what
of
he
good
was talking
shit.
about. I've never heard of that thing.
We got the cage coming down. They got the cage coming down to some heavy rock music. They got pyro and they got Triple H lighting with the
Yep.
rainbow
Oh, specifically,
rotation.
not just any cage. That's a Hell in a Cell cage.
Yep. With no roof.
Which those
Hell in a
guys
Cell, no roof.
did not stop talking about how this is the biggest cage that has ever been in wrestling.
They kept saying it was like 15 feet or some 12 or 15 feet, and it's not anywhere close to that.
I'm like, I don't know, it's that big.
But the setup to this, the setup to this match is that they're former partners, and Conan had turned on Perro Aguayo. Oh, this is Conan versus Perro Aguayo in a steel cage match, by the way.
Kaufman, wait, what did you say? Because I didn't know that they were in a tag team. Are you telling me that 29-year-old and that 49-year-old were tag team partners?
Yeah, that was the setup to this. They were running together, and then Conan
Harold
turned
and
his
Maude,
back.
the tag team. Jesus Christ! I knew you would get
Conan's
that.
out here. Conan's out here first. He's got 2 title belts around each shoulder.
Got the jacket. You know that man coming out there looking drippy. I'm like,
this is the coolest he ever looked.
He's got the airbrush one piece with the Cuban flag and I think the Mexican flag on the other side. He's got a airbrushed cape around his shoulders too, walking out here. Conan looks great, and he also looks like Todd Fritz from the
Shut up. Don't
from the
say
Dan
that.
Patrick Show.
Because now I can't unsee that. Because now in my head, Conan just looks like a tan Todd Fritz.
He looks like Todd Fritz when he was modeling.
Oh
I never
God.
had Conan.
I
No,
don't.
there's a shot. There's a shot
I
when
have no problem
when
saying I do not miss Fuzzy Hat Conan.
when
Feel
Pero
it.
Aguayo's
That's
walking
enough.
into the
That's enough.
speak on it, Orale.
No.
There's a shot like right when Aguayo's about to get into the ring where it's a close up on Conan, and it's straight up Fritzy. That
Hey,
was for Anthony.
that was 100% for me, and now it's ruined. Now I gotta say this, Kaufman.
Mhm.
Earlier we talked about how Tito Santana looks slow and old. Oh boy,
Yeah,
Pedro
Pero.
Aguayo. He really looked like a
Pero,
Pedro, that's for sure. He looked like a dog out
he's
here fucking
what they
making
say
Precious look like a 10.
46, 49,
49.
I think 40, 49.
49. Because he
He's
said they
out
brought up
here.
that Conan is 29 and he's 49. I had to
20
play
years
that
difference
three
between the two.
times because I thought he said 39. I'm like, that's reasonable. No, no, no. This man had been
Yeah,
wrestling for 20 years in 1994.
Tanay also mentioned that Conan used to be called El Centurion, but
Yep.
the ring announcer at one of his shows said he looked like Conan the Barbarian, so he changed his name to Conan. So there's a little Conan lore for you.
I love
Orale.
that stuff.
Paraguayo's out here too. He's got a cow print vest. He's got his fuzzy boots. He walks around the ring and hangs out with the fans forever. He's like placating to everybody, and he is not getting in the ring.
He's like,
It takes
his
him
whole thing
forever.
is like, hey man, are we starting the match time now? Please. Oh
Yeah, can we
shit.
get through this, please?
And
But the
then his
crowd is
knees were
super loud.
asking for that.
The crowd is super loud for Barrow here. The match does start. They do get in the ring. Conan immediately off the rip hits a mother effing bomb on Aguayo and taunts at the crowd, and they
Oh, real
start
quick.
booing him.
So before this, what something that they mentioned was that this was referred to La amistad ha terminado, la guerra
Yeah.
empieza, which means the end of a friendship, the beginning of a war. I thought that was really cool.
For a
That's
Conan Barrow Aguayo match.
well for okay. Well, it's funny because if you remove it, yeah, it's objectively cool, but I don't know
Yeah,
about
you're
the
right.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this one though.
Let's see. Conan leapfrogs Aguayo and Aguayo takes Conan down with a shoulder tackle, hits a drop kick, and then a big boot. And Conan's trying to run away, but then he realizes he's in a cage match and keeps running into cage walls. Aguayo then chokes Conan in the corner with his foot and is like standing all the way up on his throat. And then tries to use it as a stepping stool to get up and climb out of the cage. And this is commentary is like really hammering home that the only way you can win is via escape, which Perro Aguayo does not know because he keeps going for pinfalls in this match.
Well, Darrell has
And
a
the
theory.
ref
Darrell has
counts
a
him.
theory.
What's that?
You notice whenever Conan hits that flapjack and he like rams him into the cage when he got busted open, I legit think that Pero was concussed because like the rest of the match he's just like stumbling. He's like, I don't think he knew where he was at because like there's a couple moves where he goes for the pin and I'm like, I know he was told the rules of this match beforehand. I know he's been in a steel cage match before. I think he was legit
Well,
knocked out.
I
And
would
that
assume
spot
that a 20-year-old veteran at that point might know.
that spot that you're talking about happens right here. Like Conan flapjacks him, but he's in the middle of the ring. Like usually when you flapjack somebody on the cage, you're right next to the ropes.
Yep.
Conan's in the middle of the ring, so he like really leans back. So Aguayo has to like shoot between the ropes to hit the cage, and like Darrell said, eats shit and probably concussed himself right here.
It looks like it sucked. Like it just, man.
And then he does it again. He does it twice.
Yeah, he does.
And the crowd, it does get the crowd behind Aguayo though. let's see. Conan just starts grating Aguayo's head against the steel cage, and it's really causing some juice to flow from Pero's head. And Conan is shoving his boot in the back of Aguayo's head. I haven't seen that in a cage match, at least from the angle they were doing it. Just pressing Aguayo's face into the steel. He then delivers a stiff forearm, and Conan tries to climb out, but Aguayo immediately pops up and hits him with like the what is it, the Tower of London suplex? Is that the one where they're on your shoulders and you fall backwards?
I believe
Something like that.
so.
But he does that, and Aguayo then does a very shitty spine buster. And this is where he goes for his first pin, but nobody counts because there's no referee. It's escape only. He forgot what settings he turned on in the pre-match lobby. This is me into video games. He does the standing double stomp onto Conan's ribs. And then he tries to beat feet climbing up, and Conan hops up there, climbs up next to him, and they're both in the corner, standing on top of the turnbuckle, and like holding the cage for leverage. They switch positions. So Conan is holding onto Aguayo. Conan is not holding onto the cage at all. Aguayo is holding onto the cage, and Conan is holding onto Aguayo and punching him. I thought that was a pretty cool little spot, and it was shot pretty okay. And he ends up eating a clothesline, Conan does, from Pero Aguayo after they hop off the ropes. Aguayo does another running double stomp with his fuzzy boots flying everywhere in the wind. Aguayo again tries for a pin with a crucifix, but you cannot do that here. So he hits an elbow drop and a quick little senton instead.
Did you count how many pinfalls he went for?
Oh, it had to have been like 4 or 5. It was somewhere in that neighborhood.
Because I think I lost count after 3. I have it written down. He's tried to pin him 3 times.
There's 2 crucifixes for sure that he tries to pin on. There's the one where I said he hits the clothesline or something like that or whatever. Oh, spine buster, and does it. And then there's at least another one, maybe 2 more later in the match too. But Pero is rapid punching Conan in the face,
quote unquote,
trying to give him. You're right. Trying to give him an excuse to blade, but I guess either Conan didn't or didn't get himself good enough.
Well, you know who did blade in this one.
Oh yeah. No, Pero is juicy. And then Pero goes up to the top rope and hits a flying nothing. He goes for the flying nothing and hits it. It's the only
time that's ever happened.
He was concussed to hell by this point, wasn't he? He has to have been. Like, based on everything you have described, it's either he was. It sounds like. I mean, it sounds like you're describing what sounds like a Jimmy Snuka match, essentially. It's just an older wrestler wandering around, just lost.
I mean, and he does stumble around to the corner and tries to climb out, but Conan low blows him. My Siri forgot the word low in there, so rerun that sentence back in your head. And there you go.
Oh man,
but Conan parades around the ring.
Ricky Reagan is in this match? It
Mm.
all comes back
Ties
together.
back.
Sure. Sure.
They show a quick picture-in-picture. Didn't know they had this technology in '94, where Guerrero and Madonna's boyfriend are watching the match.
Yeah,
this is where you first see Guerrero's bald ass head.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's shocking. Like
it was shocking.
One of your friends ever get lice growing up, and they show up to school with their bald ass head the next day? That's what it was like.
Oh shit.
That's what it felt like there in that picture-in-picture.
Oh, but I
got rooting for Conan.
I was not a fan.
Wait, what? You got lice?
No, I didn't get lice, but I got a buzz cut just because I felt like it. My mom hated every minute of it.
Well, I'm glad your mom made the right decision by hating it.
I grew up with a friend who, like, our friend group, he always had a buzz cut. Um, and randomly, like in high school, he decided to grow it out, and like he got it to like roughly the length that I have now, a little shorter if you're watching on YouTube, which I guess is the only place we upload.
Yeah.
But he grew
No,
it
man. We
out,
also have
and
an
all of
OnlyFans, but
all of
only
us,
secret people
like,
know about that.
all of us had like an intervention with him in like 10th grade. He said, "Hey man, you need to go back to the bus."
Wow. What did he? You should have encouraged him to grow it out and do a Guile, do a Cody Rhodes style hairdo,
Oh my
right?
god! Oh my god!
With
Hey,
the flat
Cheeseman,
top.
If anyone from
what do
back
you
then, you
think?
know who I'm talking about. Him with a guile cut. Oh my god.
Cheeseman, how would you
Do,
like
do, do, do,
to
do.
get a Guile haircut?
Oh no, I don't think I can get my hair big enough to do that. It's
Cheeseman,
gotta be big. It's gotta be Bull Nakano style hair.
it stays that
Oh.
way the whole time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Let's just dress you up like Bull. We'll call you Cheese Nakano and we'll get you into like
The amount of
into
products I
independent
can
wrestling now
use
that
for
you've gotten
that.
jacked. Yeah, yeah.
Cheeseman, your hair is stuck permanent guile style, but you get $20. Do you take it?
No.
Oh, you said permanent. No.
I
Okay,
love how you said the
$40.
low ass dollar amount, like $20 is gonna be enough.
It's hard times. I ain't got much to throw
Oh,
around.
shit.
Hard
Oh,
times,
man.
man. Hard
God,
times.
you know what? You know what, folks? That's how hard times are. So hard that not even a hypothetical amount could
You
be
can
high.
get you more than $20.
Like he hypothetically can get you
Have you
$20.
seen these gas prices, man?
Yeah, yeah, I have. All right.
Anyways, we get an interference from Eddie Guerrero and Madonna's boyfriend. That's a weird sentence
Oh,
to be true.
you know, I kept. I Darrell, there's time. Can you just see why it was Madonna's boyfriend?
That was legit just his gimmick. When he got the AAA, the whole thing
He was
was
just
that he
Madonna's
was just
boyfriend?
dating Madonna. That was the whole thing.
Actual Madonna, like real Madonna?
Yeah, that was supposed to be the gimmick.
I wonder if so. I don't know if y'all know that during one of the Slammies, Vince had like a Dolly Parton impersonator in the crowd. I really hope that AAA at the time got like a Madonna impersonator and was like, "This is Madonna's boyfriend. This is Madonna's boyfriend." Well, I'm confused again. This is Madonna, and that's Madonna's boyfriend. There you go.
In 1994, they could have gotten real Madonna to do it. She would have.
No,
4x3 CRTs. You can lie about
That's she
anything.
was.
Nobody knows what's going on. Everything's
That's
a
a
blur
real
on
good
that screen.
point. Man, there were some versions of this that I found that were, boy, oh boy, it was some of the best blobs I've ever watched in the graps.
Well, at this
Holy
point,
shit.
Aguayo has Conan by the back of the head and is ramming his head into
Speaking
the
of
cage.
blobs,
And then Conan does the flare flop afterwards, or like the Triple H flop that he does in that like 6-man tag where he
the
just
one
like
where I
stands there for a
fall
little
into
bit.
someone's dick.
And then Aguayo hits another double boot. This is the only move this man knows, is the double stomp. At this
Yeah,
point.
49. I would assume that you're not doing
Mhm.
much of a. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Let me
he's
throw a
not
caveat.
busting out a Meltzer driver.
1994 49. Okay,
Wow, yeah, that's like
maybe
that's
you
like
know that's like 100.
that's like 2026, like 79.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see I can see Phil Brooks doing that. Okay,
In
doing
retrospect,
moves.
I'm
Holy shit,
I'm
guys!
honestly impressed with the amount of double stomps I
No,
saw
no,
out of
no, no.
this
Think about this.
1994
Think about it like
49-year-old.
this. How old is CM Punk right now?
47.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how old is CM Punk right now? And then you look at this guy. No offense to
Ballpark.
Pedro Aguayo.
They're in
I
the
know,
ballpark.
all timer. Yeah, he's off like by 2 years. So if all of a sudden in 2 years Phil becomes where like he can only do double stomps, then sure.
Well, to give
That
credit
shit
to
happened to
Phil,
Kurt Angle.
Phil isn't doing
Jeez.
coke and
Coffee.
drinking, so he might have a little bit more years. in those legs. Man.
Okay, still though, I mean, comparatively, there's a lot of dudes who are 40. I'm sure Mick Foley tried to wrestle at 49 in TNA.
Tried. Well, there you go.
Your
Uh,
hands on the wheel.
Jesus.
All right, that's our official sign to get back to the match. Now that we're talking
yeah,
about TNA Mick Foley.
yeah.
We get interference from Eddie Guerrero and Madonna's boyfriend, and Eddie throws a cup of something. He says it looks like Coke. I think
Coke.
the idea was it was supposed to be like tequila or some sort of alcohol or ethanol or something like that to like really like blind him or
Now,
something.
if it had been like bright lime green, you would have known that Jeff Hardy was in the building.
Yes, you would have.
Modest to the top.
Shut up.
And then they throw some brass knuckles into Conan.
Oh, modest.
And Conan hits Aguayo a few times with the brass knuckles.
A lot of times.
And then he puts his brass knuckles in the knee brace. That commentary thinks he is going to load up for some sort of knee strike. No, he's just keeping him there for safekeepings because he's got to hit him with a Niagara driver, which is what he called it.
That is way too close to being
I know.
Being a slur. Oh my
it
god!
It was the high cross sitting power bomb thing that Roman used to do for a little bit.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, he did do that.
Then Conan puts the brass knuckles back on, takes them out of his knee pocket, and hits Aguayo again and 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 again. Aguayo is covered in blood.
But he's bleeding like a stuffed pig.
He eventually tries to fight back with some punches and some stomps. But Conan gets the brass knuckles again and then goes to work once more on this 49-year-old man's head. Eddie is trying to get into the door, but the referee is like boxing him out and like holding the door shut. As like, you know, the bloodbath is going on in the ring. And Aguayo is like getting these small spurts of like fighting back, but can't really get anything going.
Fighting back
Conan
and
tries
blood.
to escape.
Small spurts.
Escape, and Aguayo is like in the middle of getting up, and music starts to hit. And who is it but the Dynamite Brothers, who have not been mentioned on this show?
When they said that, when the music hit, I thought, oh, okay, you know, somebody that came out earlier in this show is about to, you know, come make a big
I thought it was going to be Rey Mysterio.
I tell you who I didn't think it was going to be. Two guys that I'd never heard anything, not mentioned once during this show.
Yeah, well, they're
and
out
then
here.
Darrell
It's
told
the
me later
Dynamite
who
Brothers.
they were.
Wait, who
and
are
it was
they?
like,
there is Sin. Hold on.
Are you gonna say Sin Cara?
One of them
don't
Sin
say
Cara. He kept calling one of them Sin Cara, and that's not.
Might Brothers. AAA.
But yes.
So the Dynamite Brothers were. They're not. There's no. Wait. There's no
like cage sign.
Please, man, lower
there's
your
no
TV.
like page for them. It's just. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Go ahead. I'm gonna try to
the internet doesn't even know who these dudes were.
Yeah.
But they're out here. They're trying to help Perro Aguayo because he's the legend and he's the real.
I think one of them was called Universe 2000.
It's Sin Cara's Mascara Año 2000 and Universo 2000. That's who it was.
I fucking knew I was right about that.
Names.
Universo 2000. Universo 2000.
Those are amazing names.
Well, Dios Mil is 2000. That's how come I was like, I know I heard them say that 50,000 times.
These three are actually brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all three of them are brothers.
See,
they chase off. Chase off Madonna's boyfriend, and they try to chase off Eddie, but the crowd shuts the escape route down and will not let Eddie jump the barricade. And they are punching at Eddie. It's awesome. It's still real to me. Dude. So they have to escape a different route. Conan is at the top of the cage now. And I didn't hear what his name was clearly, so I called him Sin Cara. Climbs to the top and knocks Conan out. and Aguayo bounces Conan's head off the cage a billion times. The music is still playing like it's a New Jack match.
Oh shit!
And Aguayo hits a Samoan drop, then a coup de grace, then Aguayo climbs the cage, gets over, climbs down, and Barrow Aguayo is your winner.
This sounds like the end of a Jey Uso Finn Balor tag match.
It's Judgment Day Usos tag team match.
There's a Samoan drop. There's a coup de grace. Mitch. Ugh. All right.
Yeah, it was clumsy, like it was a mess, but that's the idea of cage matches. They're supposed to be they're not supposed to be pretty. I had a lot of fun with this, not as much as the last time we saw Conan, because whatever match that was, I walked away like, damn, Conan's a good wrestler. I walked away from this like, damn, Conan is a wrestler. And so I gave it 3 stars for the main event. What did you all give it?
I gave it the exact same you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and bonus it with a half star or no, a quarter star because of the crowd blocking Eddie. That was so good.
Bro,
that was so
match,
good.
When Eddie goes into the fucking crowd, like Perro has to follow him and stop him from fucking beating the ass of the fans in the crowd.
Yep.
Because like Eddie goes back over there to beat their ass again because he's like, I'm gonna go fuck them up. Because the show's over now, but they didn't take it off air. So
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I gave it the same as y'all. 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5, same thing. It was. I love the blood there. I love.
Look, man, what are you gonna get out of a 49-year-old?
It was a WWE event.
I gave it a C+.
You give like everything a C+.
Give the minis a
Can
B+.
Can I guess your overall rating for the show?
Sure.
Is it a C+?
That's right. It's a D- because I want to be very antithetical to everything. Even though this show was fantastic, I just want to make absolutely no sense with my grades.
Sure.
If we could go,
no, I give it a B- overall.
Look,
B-.
All right. That's his overall show. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 what? Oh, I was about to say throat goats, but okay, cool. Same thing.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Just
a
little bit lower. I gave it a 3 3/4 of a star.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Solid show.
Yep.
We're on a really good run of shows. And the only thing that could fuck this up is if somebody picks something from 2019.
Pick the Federation. You know you want to pick from the Federation.
Cheese, don't do that. Cheese, what show are you going with?
Well,
Great Balls of Fire 2017 or whatever it was.
I randomly panicked, so I typed in top pay-per-views from 1996 because 1996 was the first year that came to my mind.
Don't worry, Kaufman.
Okay.
You're not getting 2019 like you want.
The people at Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the #1 pay-per-view, FMW's 7th anniversary show.
Hey, really quick. Tell Kaufman how much show. Hey, Cheeseman, tell Kaufman how many matches are on this show.
Well,
we're not doing.
No, guys. You didn't let it breathe. Y'all
I didn't say anything. I was going to let it breathe. Don't be yelling at me.
I know, but I'm like, don't tell him. I wanted to see his face because it was happening.
Well,
no, we're not doing 12 matches. We're only doing 7.
Okay, ooh. Is that our rule? Like we only pick 7 matches.
How many matches did you pick? 6?
It's 8.
No, 7. You picked 8. Oh God, 8.
So everybody gets 2.
So we can each get 2. Hey, everybody gets 2.
We'll figure that out after this show. But
I get a Terry Funk match again.
Tell him what the main event is. Tell him what the main event
is. And Terry Funk versus Hayabusa and Masato Tanaka.
Oh,
Like Chris, this is a death match show, brother. This is that shit.
oh. And there's a woman's match on it because that was the big issue about today.
We get more
I want
combat
to watch
Toyota rings.
that.
Which one?
I want to watch that Japan show we watched that one time where they were wrestling on the back of semi trucks and on top of buildings.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No, okay. I don't know what WCW show has it, but I want to watch that one bunkhouse stampede that they were doing on the back of those like pickup trucks, where or
What,
not
isn't
pickup
that
trucks.
Gold Dust? Isn't
It's
that the reason that
Dustin.
Dustin got fired? Didn't that match the reason Dustin got fired?
I don't know, probably, but the point is like they're doing these two matches on haystacks in the back of two trailers. Like, come on, man, that's what I'm
We'll write
talking
that
about
one
with
down.
pro wrestling. I don't know what show it is, but it's probably a bad one.
But we're going.
The Lord
with
giveth and the Lord taketh away.
We're going with FMW 1996. What was the name of the show again?
7th
anniversary show.
Yeah. Also, guys, before we leave, like, subscribe, share with your friends, spread the word. All you got to do is tell one other dork to watch and listen.
Program
and
a fleet of bots to subscribe to us.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We don't do it, and we don't encourage it either.
Hey, look, I'm not telling
I
you.
take back what I said. Actually,
I'm
don't
not
do
telling
that.
you to use AI to create a bunch of fake, AI babes to get a bunch of dorks to follow us. But you should do that.
Make sure they're all female, so our demographic is 75% women. I want to be different. I don't want this 98% male ratio that everybody on YouTube has.
Then throw in. Okay, fine. Then create some AI bots of babes, chicks with dicks, and hot dudes, and dudes with vagines. And then people with like just a Ken area.
Guys,
and then have that do
it. Guys, the recording ended 7 minutes ago. We're just talking into the ether now.
I don't know what's
sure, but this is how you appeal to the whole rainbow. Every letter of the letters. It matters.
Now, the next one.
But like and subscribe. That's important.
Yes,
we will catch all of you in the next one.
We love everyone.
That Israeli.
Love wins.
Love wins. Oh shit! Did you get these?